Today we're going to look at calculating the simple and then the composite price index. So just make sure that you have notes 9, 10, 11 and 12 written into your copy from the PowerPoint slides. Okay, so just a quick recap. Simple price index, we know there's 3 steps involved. So they decide what the base year price is going to be, what the base year is going to be, and then from that they check the prices of the base year and they use that as their base year price. You will look at, or the government then look, or CSO then look at every year the new price of that good or service, and then they just multiply it by 100, and that's the really simple price index. But as you've seen from your notes about the composite price index, it's a little bit more complicated than that. So what really happens is that they look at how much as a percentage of income people spend on particular goods and services, and they use that as a weight. And then what they do is they take that simple price index that we're talking about and they multiply it by the weight. And that's what we're going to do in the next slide. Okay, so this is on slide number 12 of your PowerPoint, and I've just put in there as well the CPI kind of formula that we would use. This is not going to be in your formula table, so you would need to know it off by heart. This is possibly going to come up as a short question as per your mock exam. So even though some of you may have decided already not to look at this chapter or cover this chapter, I would definitely still know how to do the calculation. Okay, so you can see that first of all we have to get our new price and put that over our base price. So in the first item here to do with food, our current price is $12.75 and we need to put that over $8.50. So if we just write in here food, and we have $12.75 all over $8.50, and we're going to multiply that by 100, and then the answer that we get, we're going to multiply that by the weight. So the answer I get is 150, and then I multiply that by the weight. So we can see up here that the weight for food was 35, so that's 35% of your income. And then the answer we'll get for that is 52.50. Perfect. Now let's go ahead and do the clothing and footwear one. So I'm just going to call this C and F. And again, we're going to put the price of the item in the current year over the base year. So I'm going to get 45 over 37.50. Multiply that by 100, and then when I pop that into my calculator, which I'm just doing now, I get 120. And then as you can see up here, we're told the weight, which is 15, so that's 15%, so multiply that by 15%, and then the answer I get is 18. And then the final one, other items, we'll call it OI. And we can see that other items, we had the new price, or we have the new price at 35 all over 20, and we're going to multiply that by 100, and whatever answer we get then, 175, multiply that by 50%, and we get 87.50 as my answer. Okay, so if we just recap over that now, just to show you, just a couple of things on this. So you can see that these prices here, or this part here, the 150, the 120 and the 175, that's my simple price index. So my simple price index is in the green. Now, more likely you're going to be asked the composite price index. So when we look at the composite, then we have these 3 figures here. And what we need to do then, we need to add them to get the price index for the current year. So just by summing all of those up in the blue, I get 158, which is what we are going to compare then as our price index off the base year. Okay, pause the video here and have a go at this question, which is a previous mock paper question. When you're done, press play, and then on the next slide there'll be answers. Okay, now check your answers. When you have this done, attempt a question in your mock paper or the one that's on Schoology now.